My name is Stratocopteros, and I've been a freelance writer and communication specialist for the better part of the last 25 years. One of my areas of specialization is on the confluence of humanity and environment and how we stop and then reverse some of its most devastating integrated consequences, from deforestation and overfishing to rampant climate change and plastic pollution that is turning everything beautiful into a sea of schmutz. 10 years ago, I scripted the opening ceremony of the COP26 climate summit here in South Africa. 9 years before that, I was lead communications creative for the World Summit on Sustainable Development in 2002, on the 10th anniversary of the original Earth Summit in Rio in 1992. For the last few years, my work has focused mostly on decarbonization, a just transition away from fossil fuels, a sustainable energy future, and on the potential impacts of COP26. And with all due respect, based on my own experience, the long-lasting impact of COP26 is going to be sweet F all. For 30 years, people have been coming together at these buffet and canapé talk shops, and nothing ever changes, despite assurances, compacts, contracts, agreements, and affirmations. Our greenhouse gas emissions remain at a steady 30-something gigatons a year. Deforestation continues. Rampant overfishing is now actually devastating the oceans at a rate that is becoming unimaginable. And it all just carries on. Nothing that we are speaking about at COP26 is novel or new. I spend every single day writing for incredible human beings and organizations that are doing their utmost to actually enable the compacts and the contracts that are created at these talk shops, but they are consistently hampered by a systematic intransigence that will not shift due to special interest. We are still trapped in an environment where profit comes first and people, planet, and genuine prosperity are sidelined while we chat away. I don't know how we change this. For me, I believe that until humanity itself starts to take responsibility and stops waiting for the talk shop to actually lead the way, nothing will ever change. How do we take responsibility? Right now, for us to get to zero net carbon by 2050, our greenhouse gas emissions have to be reducing by 6% annually till 2050. They're remaining consistent and in some places increasing. How are we going to get to net zero by 2050? Befuddles me. How do we shift this? I think it all starts with an internal conversation. And I think when each one of us looks deep down in our soul and realizes that being on this planet as human beings is not about production and consumption. It is about creation and experience. And how we enable that is where the truth, is where the kernel of some truth will lie. Our system cannot shift until we do. And we cannot shift until we realize that we are not here to consume and produce, but to create and to experience one of the most magnificent settings in the universe that we are currently devastating for short-term gain. The long-term lies in creation and experience. How we facilitate that, I still don't know. But we have to. Otherwise, in 10 years' time, at COP37, I'm going to be giving the same spiel in what is slowly starting to evolve into a desert bereft of life.